Hi, and welcome to your Daily NOTAM. Mike Whitaker, the FAA Administrator, recently posted a memorandum or statement in which he identified fatigue as a major concern in the air traffic control system. So there immediately, and I say immediately, Mr. Whitaker states that it will be effective within 90 days as of April 19th. So that puts us into early summer before this is effective. But he's going to require 10 hours before shifts and then 12 hours before a midnight shift. So that's going to allow for some rest and immediately take into account the circadian rhythm issue, which was a major finding in the report that was done. So it does appear that there's been some major fatigue issues. And if you've been watching recent events, and we'll cover them here, although this is focused on general aviation and general aviation pilots, this is something that affects all of us. So not just the mix-ups with the big commercial lines, but for those of you who fly into towered airports, even use flight following or instrument flying, right? So this is something that is super important to keep us on our game. When we talk about staying ahead of the airplane, this is that time zone for them, right? Keeping everyone coordinated, incoming with spacing, and aware of factors that may affect the safety of the flight. So in addition to those two, that was the immediate reform. There are 4 items to take immediate action on in this report. So those 4 items are: first, standardizing the language and the material and the systems they use that surround shift, scheduling, and fatigue. And then the next thing that they're going to change immediately is identifying circumstances that lead to the policy exceedance, and then implementing a mechanism to monitor and eliminate those occurrences. Basically, that's where they're not getting 10 hours of rest or time off duty between shifts, and they're seeking to identify and eliminate those and have a across-the-board mechanism to do so. They're going to take immediate action to replace the counterclockwise 2-2-1 shift scheduling, and then replace that with a design that takes into account both their operational requirements, but their rest and circadian rhythm cycles. So it's about getting people rested in the right frame of mind. I've worked a lot of 12-hour nights, and I can tell you it's really possible when you're swinging back and forth to be present and not present, to not be there mentally, even though you're awake and present. And so eliminating that, I think, is a really big concern. The 4th thing that they're going to take action on immediately is avoid known scheduling practices that induce fatigue. Specifically, this ties back to a couple of the other statements about the time off duty. And so they're going to immediately stop doing things that they know induces risk, and instead take into account that circadian timing and then the shift work into account. So those are the 4 things that the FAA is immediately implementing. And then beyond those, there are 11 short-term implementation recommendations. And then there are an additional 43 opportunities to improve the system as it relates to fatigue within the air traffic control system. So there's your daily NOTAM on what's affecting you as a pilot out there. Definitely something I think we can get behind and support is our air traffic folk. And if you want to see the nitty-gritty details, there will be a link in the description, or watch this video up here where it plays out the full 144-page report if you want to hear all the nitty-gritty details. Thanks. Appreciate your support of this channel. bringing you helpful NOTAMs as a pilot.